No, we're straight to Bill Brownless, McDonald's and Room Hot Water, big freeze 7. And what's he rolling with, JB? That's not a sight any of us need to see.
No.
He's got the Victoria bit of jocks on.
Assumption College rowing singlet or something like that, so hasn't gone to a hell of a lot of effort for me.
So Neil Danaher, an Assumption College legend, and obviously Bill made it about himself, both from Assumption College. And
he did.
No routine, Daisy, for Bill.
No, he's giving it. He's flexed a couple of times, but
he's off. He's a big unit as we know. He's done the full flip.
That's good. That's the only good bit of this.
Yes, true. I don't think that was intentional. I think it was just a body weight issue that took him upside down, Bill. He looks as surprised as anyone. But nice execution, Daisy, I thought.
Yeah, the end part was obviously the best. With just gravity taking over and making him do almost a full backflip on the way in.
Did the water stay in the pool, Jim?
That saved him. Because the rest of it was absolutely pedestrian.
I'll give you my costume is a 1. Routine a 1.
Oh, that's generous.
Execution a 10.
Yeah.
Perfect marks. He's been the best, and I agree with you. It was just a weight thing.
It was inadvertent execution 10. There wasn't any tactics in it. FightMD.org.au, raising money for this great cause, as always.
Commercialised the bathers too. He's got a VB set of bathers on, so he's obviously done a side deal.
What did you have, Dave?
Which I think is deplorable.
Well, I gave him a 2 for the costume because he once stayed at my house, did Bill, after we had a few beers one night, and I woke up to him swimming laps in my pool in nothing else but the jocks that he wore the night before. So the fact that he put a top over the top of it, because I swore to him that if he ever did that again, he'd be out.
Let's go to Robbo. Sorry to cut you off,
His legs
Daisy.
are up in the air. I knew that. It was a good look, wasn't it, Rob?
It was a shocking look. Shocking. The Assumption footy jumper, obviously the background with Neil.
Yeah, number 36, and Neil were number 36 at Assumption, and obviously a very good footballer, cricketer at Assumption, so just good to get the old collegians out there. They might dig deep.
Fond memories here at the MCG, 4 grand final.
Memories, no, but did kick the goal here from about 75 metres out after the siren, if you remember that one.
What about you flogged, watching all your highlights pre the slide?
I hadn't seen some of them. They were good. They were back in the Brisbane Bear days, so they weren't that good at highlights, but it's good to watch yourself, Robbo, as you do every night when you go home.
Thank you, Bill. We're right in the middle of the big freeze 7 for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water Triple M Rocking Footy, and we've caught just in time Abby Holmes making her way down the slide. Now, Duck, you got a bit of inside mail on what Abby's paying homage to.
Well, being a great boundary rider for 7, she's taking off the great dipper. I really, very good look-alike. I like the whole outfit. Gone to a bit of trouble.
The old seven dryers of bones.
Yeah,
She's been back into the
bone.
wardrobe department at 7 to find the original
I like
dipper.
it. Just looking at the Harvey Norman replay screen now, though, Das. I just want to have a look at the execution again, because I didn't quite get whether there was a twist at the bottom. Oh, a little bit of a side burner. Yeah,
A sideburn.
Nice work, Abby Holmes. Did a great job. FightMND.org.au. We're going to keep giving that number out, raising, we hope, several $1 million this afternoon.
Saw some old Vision of Dip doing his best work, not only on the boundary but in the rooms. And I think I saw a little very young racetrack Ralphie Horowitz. Did he used to produce Dipper, did he?
Yes, I believe he
must
did.
have.
Yep, that would be right.
He doesn't look like that now, old racetrack.
So we've got one slider to come, and we're going to finish with the Chief. Gil McLaughlin's going to come down, the CEO of the AFL. So we've had Shane Crawford, Daisy Pearce, the Wizard Jeff Farmer personally was a standout. Sarah Jones was outstanding as Mary Poppins, Razor Ray, Elton John. Shani went as Vanilla Ice, the Australian netball legend, good. Russell Howcroft. Well, Russ just put a demon heart on his chest, shaved down, and thought that was appropriate.
Jim was not impressed.
Bill Brownless in his Victoria Bitter underwear and commercialising the event was disgraceful.
I wasn't that impressed with Russ, but he had Bill covered. Bill was the worst. He's the worst comfortable.
Abby was good, Daisy, I thought.
Oh, no. Bill's execution got him out of trouble.
That's all.
Accidentally.
Score up
accidentally. Yeah, so with one slider to come, that being Gillen at McLaughlin, we have Jeff Farmer, the Wizard, on 55. We have Sarah Jones, Mary Poppins on 53, and currently third, we have Shani Norder, who was the rapper.
I love my job at Channel 7 on the boundary. I love what I do each and every weekend, but there's been so many incredible people that have come before us. Sorry if I'm spitting ice water on you guys, but dipping at the boundary, and I wanted to pay homage to him today.
That's still got pie stains, hasn't it? Sauce and pie stains on that dry as a bone.
Yes, this has come from the great man's wardrobe. This is the collector's item, and it does. Pie, right here, I reckon that's from 97. Definitely some jam donuts on here as well, but thank you to the great man for letting me borrow it. And the entry into the water we have.
Well done, Abby Holmes down there with Robbo. And Craig Bellamy as well, Daisy, who unfortunately, due to restrictions, couldn't get back into Melbourne, we understand. So he had the Storm boys around him. And who was he paying tribute to again?
He was dressed as Elsa from the Frozen franchise. So, and as you said, the boys from the Storm just really enjoyed launching some frozen water at him. Far
Frozen
too much.
had a big musical planned for this month, Das, and into July, but has had to be cancelled because of everything. So on later in the year. Which we're all missing out on.
It's a good update.
The King is aware and disappointed about the reschedule of the Frozen music. Who would have thought you'd be having that conversation with the King, Wayne Carey, at some stage? Was all over Bluey as well, which was Daisy Pearce's costume.
Yeah. Was it Dipper who was in front of Alan Richardson that time, who we spoke to before, when he got absolutely minced
by Michael Voss
at the Gabba there?
Yes,
it was.
Wally Lewis was sitting
and you could
next
see him just quickly trying to get the microphone.
Collectively, the girls have nailed it. Daisy, Sarah, and Shani, and also Abby, they have been far and away better than the boys.
Yeah, they're always going to be, Doug.
More
far
sophisticated
better than the boys.
A little bit of talent,
a lot of effort into it. A great, just put on a show.
Sarah Jones's ballet skills came out these days. You didn't realise she had a ballet background, Jonesy.
Might have to go back over.
No,
you were very hard on Jonesy, Doug.
No, it wasn't. 9 and 10.
No, you gave her 9 and 10.
Yeah, what was the first one?
No, 9.
So you only gave her 6 over execution.
I only gave for execution.
All right, here we go, Duck. We're going to go back to the MCG. Gil McLaughlin standing by, and not known for his sense of humour. No. Not known for his entertainment skills.
No, just a boring man.
So let's see what he comes up with, Gil. I'm assuming there's a mustard jacket under there. Once went to the Warrnambool races in a mustard jacket, which was an extraordinary
I hope it's better than that.
No. He's got some musical accompaniment. And we're going back to the loaf, meatloaf, from the grand final. What year was that, JB? I'm trying to think.
10 years ago, the single worst performance anyone's ever put in at the MCG, and that includes some of my own.
Oh, he's got the...
He's come out with a bit of meatloaf.
And
loaf. A good look too for Gil. I'm going to have to pay some respect here.
That's his natural hair too, Dus.
Don't mind it.
2011 grand final, meatloaf. A lot of people thought he was unwell, the loaf.
Thankfully I was underneath just doing my thing at half time. We're obviously playing against the Cats, and from all reports missed absolutely bugger all.
Did you have any indication that something had gone horribly wrong, Daisy, as you were warming up to get out there or not?
No, I remember my mum, almost the second thing she said after consoling us after the loss was something along the lines of, well, you didn't at least have to watch the halftime entertainment.
He had a mid-song seizure.
It was very bad.
He actually stopped.
And he had the chewy in the mouth too, Jim, which was very visible to all, unfortunately.
Was it Lionel Richie the year before that they had and was absolutely knocked it out the park?
Shot the lights out, Lionel Richie. And then, so Gil obviously had a hand in meatloaf.
He's talking way too much here, by the way. Just get on your thing and slide down.
Paid the loaf $500,000, they tell me, JB, for that performance. Yeah. And
so he didn't earn it.
Going back to the 2011 grand final, as you said, I think he's just
milking it a bit.
Yeah, just
doing a stand-up routine, Gil.
He's milking it a bit.
The CEO of the AFL, that's the gravitas that Neil Danaher has. When Neil reaches out, everyone wants to get involved in this fantastic day, and we've saved Gil McLaughlin, the AFL CEO, to last. Now let's see, he's a big unit, Gil. He's almost need a bigger slide than that, Daisy.
He does not look comfortable on the slide.
He's taking his time, and Neil's got a lot of joy in his face. He's going to enjoy.
He's loving this.
He's not holding on either at the minute. This isn't safe.
Just dragging the time out too, Gil, isn't he? The air time.
Making it about himself, not surprisingly. FightMND.org.au. Our final slider, Gil McLaughlin, hanging on for dear life. And well played, Gil, as meatloaf. Took in a bit of water, I reckon, too, the big man. What did you make of that, the King?
Yeah, good effort. Costume, thought it was going to be a bit flat, but no, pretty good. Execution, not bad. Routine, well, spoke too much.
Just a little too much, Daisy.
Very similar. Costume, I gave him a 6. Routine, you can have a 2 because it just dragged out and you were padding for a good 35 minutes there. And execution, a 4. He went in and Well, he took a bit of water on.
By the way, the padding mightn't have been his fault.
No.
We'll make sure that
It's
he's
not concerning us. It wasn't his fault, JB. It's not about you, Gil. How many times can we say it? We'll hear from him with Robbo shortly. But that was Shane Crawford, Daisy Pearce, the Wizard Jeff Farmer, Sarah Jones, Razor Ray Chamberlain, Shani Norder, Russell Howcroft, Billy Brownless, Abby Holmes, where Craig Bellamy dialed in from Sydney, and Gil McLaughlin to round out the big free 7. It was fantastic.
All I know is this. I'm not privy to the votes. I'm looking forward to hearing from Damo, Duck, and, of course, Daisy as to how they've seen it. But in my own voting, our man comfortably last. Now, Bill Brownless, that's embarrassing, the Triple M fan. We should have the most sizzle of any because of the amazing sort of presence of this network, and he's just embarrassed.
Bill, let us
Gil's just
now.
put the mustard jacket on. Do you want to reassess this now,
The
boys?
McLaughlin brothers have teamed up at the end, so Hamish has handed him the mustard jacket.
You might have to reassess your last
Points off.
Well, he's come with a late charge, I reckon,
So
Daisy.
he's tried actually for a routine after he had the routine.
He has.
Not bad, though.
I
Well,
like the
I like
mustard.
it. So for the routine, that will now go up to a 7.
We will change it.
Okay.
The
So-
reverse old Mawashi. All right, so Nilo, look at him. He loves it, Nilo. He loves the fact that all of these people have had to humiliate themselves. That's what that man's about.
JB, I can remember the first year and the idea that they were going to build a water slide at the MCG into a swimming pool full of 300 bags of ice. You thought, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This won't work. No one will be interested in watching this, Daisy. It's become a phenomenon, hasn't it?
As it has. And as any of us who know Neil, and many of us have known him for a long, long time, he's as mischievous a setup as there's ever been. So when he probably wouldn't have thought of it, but when it dawned on him that was what was going to happen, he would have gone beautiful. These people have got to embarrass themselves on national television, and that's perfect.
A lot of fun. Bill Brownless really let the side down. I think that was the side note. Duck, we had high expectations of Bill delivery.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
We had no expectations, and he came in under those expectations.
Well, he came in third last officially, Jim, on the boys'
don't know how.
votes.
And the accidental entry into the water saved him from finishing dead last.
So Russell Howcroft, Jim, who you weren't all that impressed with, he came in officially last on Daisy and Duck's votes on 18.5. Crawf was only half a vote ahead of him on 19, and Fat came in at third last on 25.
Well, that's a miracle because I had him stone cold last, and he needs to have a look at himself.